Well, would you look at this lot? This is going to be a total sparkle overload. These moulds are from Juliart Studio and they're holographic. Some of them are, as well as being sparkly. So, and Juliart Studio, thank you very much for the little thank you gift as well. That's smashing. Thank you. There we are. Right, I'll put you the links for these all down in the video descriptions below. I did buy these, by the way, nothing sponsored here. This is all me buying. I went on a bit of a spending spree. But look at that. So you've got the holographic area in the centre, and then you've got that sparkle around the edge. That is extreme sparkle. Fantastic. Let's have a look at the other big holographic one. You see the holographics going crazy there? And then that sparkle around the edges. And of course that sparkle and that holographic, you've got to be very careful not to scratch it because you'll spoil it. So just put it carefully on top of each other. And look at this. A little reindeer. Isn't that lovely? Fantastic. So that's the holographic ones. I then fancied this because, you know, when I'm making my geodes, I was thinking what that lovely shape might really nice to do like around the side of a geode or a clock or whatever. So we're going to have a good look at that. But again, look at, can you see how shiny it is inside there? Don't know if you can see that. But we shall soon see, shan't we? And then we've got a little crystal druzy type thing, which again, I think that's going to be very useful for when I'm making the big geode art things. And we've got some just adorable little monstera leaves. Now, I've got a bit of a thing for monstera plants. I've got a Thai constellation and an elbow that are growing like crazy. I'm very, very fond of those. And then a little inlay. Isn't that lovely? Quite tempting to put the inlay in the back of maybe one of these. I don't know. We'll soon see anyway. I'll do something with it. Right, now the other thing I've got, and these were from when I ordered from her previously. These are holographic inlays that actually fit in the back of some of the crystal moulds I had from her before. And I've not really used these very much, and I'm not sure what I did with the crystal moulds that I had them for. But I reckon, will that one fit there? I don't know. The little one definitely will, won't it? Look, we can pop him in there, look. Sort of. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to have a play with this lot. So let me get some gloves on and we'll have a sparkle extravaganza. Right, just cracking open a new batch of resin. I'm using the Let's Resin 1:1 today. It's one of my favourite resins. It's really nice to use. And this is the 1.2 litre, so 2.4 in total kit. And yeah, that gives you a nice big chunky amount of resin to use. It's dead easy to use. Just so you know, in that kit you get a lovely silicone mixing bowl. You get some mica powders, you get gloves, you get a scrapey thing, you get table covers, and you get, yeah, these micas are nice. Oh, and some of those little pots. You really get a lot in that kit. It's superb. However, I'm going to use one of these measuring cups today because then I can see what I'm doing because it's see-through. And I don't know how much I'm going to need. So, let's mix up a total of 200, is that millilitres? I don't know. 200 thingies, so 100 out of that one. This one, I'm quite tempted to just put a minimal amount of colour in these so that we can have a look at the moulds. I think that tends to work quite well when we're showing off new sparkly moulds, doesn't it? So we can just appreciate the moulds as they are. I haven't warmed it, haven't put it through the debubbler. I think it's getting to the stage here in the UK where I might need to start using my resin warmer. One of these bottles will fit nicely into the Let's Resin warmer, and it's the part A that you need to thin to warm up and thin if you're going to, because that's the actual resin part. So the trick with this then is to stir slowly, a lot slower than I do. I'm trying to be good, honestly, I am trying to be good. But you'll see it goes like cloudy, and this is how you know whether you've mixed a resin. Same for all resins as far as I know. You know you've mixed it well when it goes clear. So make sure you get right down into the corners. And stir, stir, stir. For any of you who've got arthritic hands or anything like that, you can also get really nice little stirrers, and you can even get them with a little stand so you can do it kind of hands-free, which is just terrific, isn't it? Personally, I like stirring. There's something therapeutic about stirring, and I'm very lucky not to have problems with my hands. And the slower you stir it, the less bubbles you get. As I'm already seeing, that's less bubbles than I normally get because I am stirring more slowly. Then what we're going to do is decant it into a few different pots and put different colours in so that we can play with these moulds. There we go. As you can see, that's gone clear now. Bubbles will start to dissipate all on their own. That's what normally happens anyway. And we are still using my mum's old yogurt pots. Let's carry on with some of those. Let's just have one out for starters. I want to do this one first. And I'm going to go right over to the side here because I want to get them all poured in one go. Let's have one great big mad pouring session. And what I want to do first, I might do the same with the heart actually, is put a little dot of purple in there. Now these, I don't usually use alcohol inks for actually colouring resin because I tend to lean towards more the pigment pastes. But because I want like a really quite a subtle, this one's called Orchid, it's going to be more pink, isn't it? That'll do. Yeah, because I want something quite subtle, I'm going to go, I think we'll try the alcohol inks. These are from that whopping big set I got from Let's Resin. It's just the most incredible colour range. I think it's 64 in it. Just absolutely bonkers. So this is Dark Orchid. Don't know where the purple is. I've probably left it somewhere else. Oh, look at that. That is lovely. So let's stir that in. Not necessarily 100%. I think I kind of want a little bit of natural stringiness to it. Maybe. Let's have a little bit more colour. Because of course it'll look less when it's a thinner piece than it does in the pot. And I think I kind of want like a bit of a swirled effect to it, like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of this in first, and we're just going to drizzle it around, like so. I'm hoping I'll just get a bit of the colour into the spikes. Look, I'm making a mess already. You can't get the stuff nowadays, can you? There. So that's what I'm thinking. We'll just get a little bit of the colour in the points, and it'll move around a bit when I put the clear in as well. And the same with this one. Let's just go around the edge with my pinky colour. I will go and find some purple in a minute. I want to do that star in purple. Gosh, I'm dying to see what these come out like. It's going to be so pretty. And I want to see as well how easily it debubbles, because there's a lot of little facets in these moulds. So yeah, let's see what happens. Right, I made a bit of a mess, haven't I? I tell you what, I've got a bit left of the pinky colour. Let's do a little bit in here. And then, again, top that up with the clear. And this one, I was going to put one of those little inlays on the back, wasn't I? So let's let it settle first. It probably is an inlay that's the right shape for this. She does tend to make inlays to fit particular moulds as well. Yeah, so they'll sit perfectly on the back. But yeah, let's have a go. So I'm going to dip it first, try to stop any bubbles from getting trapped under it. And then we're just going to drop it on like that. Looks like it's contacted all over. We'll see what happens. Right, now, purple. That was the other one I wanted. I'm doing this purple. So let's actually let's use this pot again. I'm going to do the same process. I might need some more clear mixed up. I'm pretty sure I will. But same process. And a little bit stronger with the colour. It'll have that pink left in it, of course. That nice purple. This time I'm going to mix it in better. I think, see if we can avoid the streaks a bit this time. Mostly. See, what I'm looking for was a bit of a fade. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm going to need to mix some more up, aren't I? Not much, to be fair. That was quite a good guess. So let's pour a little bit more. I see, I stirred that way faster, like I normally do, which is bad. And I've got so many more bubbles. This resin does dissipate its own bubbles really well, though. So don't worry. Don't worry. Now I'm going to leave that at that, because I'm going to put in, I'm going to float the little druzy in the back once those bubbles are finished coming up. And in the meantime, we now need, I want green. I'm going to be predictable. I'm going green for the leaf. And this is emerald green, which is an actual resin dye. So it should be even more pigmented. Yeah, isn't that a beautiful shade of green? Gorgeous. And we're just going to pop that into the leaves. I think what I might do is put some super sparkle white in one of them. I mean, these are probably intended to be earrings, so you should do them the same colour. But we're just playing. We're just trying the moulds, aren't we? So I'm going to just put a bit of sparkle in. Let's have a little bit of super sparkle white, if I can find it. Where have I put it? Ah, hang on. There it is. So I'm just going to get the tiniest bit on my stick. There we are. Goes a long way, this stuff. That's 80 mesh super sparkle white. So it's pretty much like a white glitter that doesn't sink. So that's just going to have just that tiny little bit of sparkle in there. teeny tiny bit, just to give it a little bit of a something else. And then, of course, I've always made a bit too much, so I shall be tipping what's left into something. Don't know what yet. Turtle. Let's have a turtle. You can't go wrong with the turtle, can you? Right then, everyone. It's just a case of waiting for this to cure now, so I shall see you later. This resin takes a good few hours to cure. It's lunchtime now here in England, and so I'll probably, I don't know. I'll see if they're ready to demould this evening, but, you know, probably best be on the safe side. I'll probably demould them tomorrow morning. And hopefully the sun will be out and we'll be able to see that sparkle, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Excellent. See you in the morning. So I nearly forgot the reindeer. Oh dear, be dangerous if I had a brain. Let's mix up enough just to do the reindeer. I've also put that little druzy into the back of there. Just floated it face down. Let's hope that works. Now I am going to use the pot that I'd got that little bit of the purple left in as well. Might as well use that up while I'm at it, mightn't I? We're going blue. I've got some midnight blue out. Don't know why. Just thought I fancied a midnight blue reindeer. There we are. Going to mix it up. So there's going to be a little bit of pink and purple in there, look, as you can see. And, oh God, I made a mess. Yikes. So this is the midnight blue, and this is actually a resin dye. And again, I think we're going to put a bit of sparkle in that. I just sprayed that everywhere. Dear, oh dear. There, what do we think? That's going to show up nice, isn't it? To make sure it's all well stirred up. I know one thing, I'm going to have an almighty tidy up after this, aren't I? Messy me. I tried to keep putting my stick down in the same place. I really ought to get a messy mat organised again. I tried to put my stick down in the same place so that it'll peel off easily. And you can see this reindeer has not only got all the pretty holographics and stuff, it's actually got the little stopper to create a hole to hang it up by. Which is great, isn't it? Because as soon as you keep having to drill holes, which is always a bit of an extra faff you can do without, isn't it? And now I've got resin left over again. Oh, for goodness sake, Tracy. What's down here? Let's have a flower. Still got a bit left. Anyway, I'll find something to put the rest of this in, and I'll see you later. Right then. Let's see what we've got. Do the reindeer first. Juliart Studio's moulds always demould really easily. It looks like the resin is just still very slightly soft. Probably because it's been cold in here overnight while it's been curing. We should be able to demould it. That's all right. Oh, look at the holographics. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Right, I'll leave my little extras till last because they're not from this set, are they? Let's have a look at the leaves. Beautiful. This one I put a little bit of sparkle in, didn't I? Beautiful. These moulds are so shiny, it's crazy. Believe they're handmade. So, as usual with handmade moulds, you want to take great care of them. So just use sticky tape to get any bits of resin actually out of the mould itself. And don't go squirting too much alcohol and using heat guns too much with them, things like that. Because obviously that will eventually do some harm too. Now I've got a little bit of trimming off to do here. That's easy enough. Can do that. So where are we up to? Let's do the little geode next. So this is the one that I popped the holographic debris in the back of. Look, see that? Just little bits of holographic silicone to put holographics into the back of things. And look at that. You can see that holographic coming through as well, can't you? But look at the sparkle. Goodness me, that's pretty. That is very, very pretty. Right, let's see what this has done. Hopefully I've got a bit of colour in the tips, but not all through. So it'll be a bit interesting colour-wise. It's demoulding easy enough. Look at that. Out it comes. Lovely soft silicone. That makes a big difference. Good quality silicone does, doesn't it? Looks like giant teeth from this angle. Oh, look. That is exactly what I was hoping for. Now, imagine if I put that into one of my geode pieces. And this. As well. Wouldn't that be a lovely centrepiece for all the broken glass bits? Exciting. Right, this one next. I did get a bit of my blue on the back of this when I was spraying it around so liberally when I was doing the reindeer. Oh, look at that. Incredible. And I love how the bit of colour I put around the edge has done a bit of a starfish in the centre. That is stunning, and the holographic is really, really good in it. I hope the sun stays out, because I will take these out and get them out in the sun for you, if I can. We've got sun in the craft room, but it's better if I can take them outside, isn't it? Get them in some direct sun. Again, pulling the little druzy out that I put out in this one. There's the little druzy area, and oh, look. The sparkle around the edges of this are just gorgeous. And then when I put that little druzy in as well, that's added another little something to it, but blimey, that's beautiful. Again, just a little bit of trimming to do where I had a little bit of overspill. But, oh, I say. Right, so let's just take out these little extras as well while we're at it, because I did make some little extras, didn't I? And these are the Into Resin Moulds. I told you it would be a sparkle fest, didn't I? There's a little turtle and a couple of hearts. These will become little gifts to go out to people who treat themselves to stuff from my store. Aren't they lovely? Now, those are quite old moulds now, and they're still sparkly. Lovely. But I have to say, just look. Actually, oh, I can get the sun here. Let me just move my camera up. You'll be able to see all the mess I've got around there. So I do apologise for the mess, but let's bring it up into the sun. There we are. Look at that. Stunning. That's actually given me an idea for a base for a trophy. I've got to make a trophy that incorporates a heart. It's going to be the Jane Galley trophy, which is for the best club stand at the National Metro and Mini Show. So I might use that for that. Or not in pink maybe, but purple maybe? Purple. I think that's my favourite though. Oh, I'm glad we got some sun. A quick look at the reindeer. The holographics are just beautiful. And then, of course, our leaves. I'd say that resin's good, isn't it? That's the Let's Resin. Look how clear that is. Without any encouragement to be clear either. And then finally, our little actual druzy chunk. They're so pretty. Glad I went with the pink. Right, there we are, everyone. Hope you enjoyed looking at these. I will be using these a lot, I'm sure. They're fantastic, aren't they? So glad I invested. Links, as usual, down in the video description below. And if you like this video and you like yourselves a bit of sparkle and resin stuff, then take a look at the video coming up over here shortly. I think you'll like that one too. I'll see you over there.